Sadly, I believe I'm in the same boat as Max. I don't entirely remember last week.
Chill hang.
Chill hang.
Chill hang at the Rich House.
It was a pretty chill hang.
We
We
did.
also
We got a scrying in on a bird boy. At least to confirm that he isn't immune to scrying. He probably can't see invisible things all the time, at least. And he was headed west.
Yes.
and we also filled in our buddies at the Arcanium being deliberately quiet about some pieces of information. And once again, some at least I'm sure others had some hesitations about Beck and his dire need to find his way into the tower.
Yeah.
That's a strong
Especially
curiosity.
because Beck has become a supremacist, which is challenging.
Gnome supremacy is not something I
Yeah.
expected on my bingo card for this game, but
He's it's like somebody getting really into the wrong parts of World War II history and being like, and that becomes their whole personality for like a year. He'll settle back down, but he found out he had an
needs to get out of
ancestor
his
in World
system.
War II, and it might have been on the wrong side. Don't worry too hard about it. He's gonna maybe wear some of those medals out of the house in a really ill-advised, like I don't know, ill-advised like demonstration, but he'll come back around and it'll be okay.
It'll be
Jesus
okay.
Christ, Cody.
It'll be okay.
That feels ultra specific.
I straight up knew a kid in high school who did this exact thing, and
No.
at the
Got
time I
it.
thought it was fucking hilarious. So ill-advised, so spiritually powerful. Like I was in awe of the confidence it took to be that wrong, that
Mhm.
wrong, that aggressively and publicly.
Oh my God.
Gobsmacked. To be fair, it was Italian metal, so that's slightly
Oh.
better. It was
Yeah.
still like, don't dig too hard at that, or you'll figure out which side they were fighting on.
Mhm. Mhm. Uh,
Mhm.
okay, Cody,
And then we ended at
I
Cal
think you get it. I think
we
you get the
ended
point.
we ended at Cal's house, where we were having a sort of a banquet, kind of an impromptu banquet, and then Ember and Cal had a very good heart to heart where Ember had to come to terms with the fact that Cal is actually leaving.
Mhm.
But it was a very sweet, like, sort of sibling coded communication between the two of them that was very nice.
Yeah, the bits about them being siblings got to
Mhm.
me honestly last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cute.
The Cal proclaiming that an entire wing of of his part of the house will be portioned off for Ember whenever she'd like.
It's adorable. You think that Ember Prime has come to terms with this?
Oh, I don't I think we've just pushed you into the stages of grief, whereas before you weren't even intersecting with it. You hadn't even gotten to denial yet.
You were in
No, I think I was
pre-grieving
pretty
denial.
strongly in denial when I
Yeah.
was like, pretty sure this is just a bit. He's definitely not leaving. This is all just a bit.
He's gonna
It's
come back
fine.
with a mustache.
Everything's fine. That's not gonna. This is just a
Oh
bit.
my god, I feel so stupid. Like I absolutely should have brought a new character
Yeah.
in that was Dalawunak Death Tintialar with just a mustache, like hand painted on the fucking
Yeah,
icon.
it's
Would have been
it's
great.
like a French mustache drawn on.
Yeah,
Oh
would
my
have been amazing.
God. Just MS
Absolutely.
painted onto your token.
Yeah.
I need you to put those like Groucho glasses and mustache on Yellow.
Perfect. Yeah.
absolutely
Honestly-
would have done you the courtesy of Ember Prime not being able to see through it in the slightest.
Like it wouldn't be that hard with the like token picture you have. Just replace the sunglasses at the end of the nose
yeah.
with the Groucho glasses.
Okay. Well, we do pick up in the morning, as you all are gathering yourselves, and breakfast is served at the Clintithliar estate. This is an opportunity if somebody wanted to say anything to Cal before you move on from this location. I know some of us weren't here, or maybe possibly didn't have an opportunity, but this is the time.
I feel very called out right now.
You do not have to. I just
No,
wanted to
just kidding.
provide an opportunity just in case for people.
Yeah, I'll just go to shake Cal's hand and say, "It's been an adventure."
It certainly has. And I look forward to our paths crossing again in the future. Now,
As
go
do
kick
I.
Lou's ass.
I'll kill him this time.
Yeah, kill him good.
That's it.
Okay.
So long, everyone. Have fun. Don't die too frequently.
We'll be seeing you.
Of that time soon.
Stepping out of the Clintithliar estate back into the city. It is fairly early morning on the 22nd of Flame Rule.
How
You are-
do y'all usually replace members as they're transitioning out?
Sort of find us. We don't really actively openly
just-
recruit.
We just go into a bar and talk loudly until somebody, I suppose, like me overhears you. I mean, I was.
Worked last time.
Yeah, we'll pretend I wasn't waiting there for a while.
That's so sad.
How long?
Well, shit only brought me there 2-3 hours.
Rainier whistle.
So Dwinks and Calzana?
I mean,
He'd be pissed if we do that without him.
we've been drinking a lot the last 2 days.
Or would he be more mad if we never did it again?
We just woke up. We were drinking all night.
Yeah,
Some of you.
Well, I mean, what do we have besides that? We got some. I'm sure some of you could find a place to spend your gold here, and besides that, we're just what? We go west. We we could check the Slayers Guild. They're gonna be reckless, suicidal folks out there.
I still do have Quantox.
Not many of them are out here, though, are they?
No, not really. But I can see which ones are west.
I don't think we have any better ideas.
was the undead village a contract or?
Yes, it was with
I don't-
5,000 gold. So we still need to turn that in.
Right, I just didn't remember. I knew we mostly did it pro bono once we actually saw what was going on, but
We don't need to tell them that.
right. So, I mean, I guess we go there and then head Well, at this point, he's headed west. Are we gonna try to meet him on the road, or we're gonna try to see where he goes back to?
I don't think we're in a good way if we just head west without a destination.
Well, right. We're currently ahead of him. We're to the
Wouldn't we
west
go
of
east?
him.
Right. So if we wanted to head him off somewhere, we'd have to take a guess at where that would be, and then
The other option is to stay put and wait to see where it goes. Once it stops, that is.
Hopefully, we can time it correctly. Of how long he stopped to see if he's just stopping to take a break or if it's like a permanent thing.
I mean, I can check on him once a day. He theoretically could resist my looking at him, but speaking of, I'm due for that today, actually. Do you want to do it from your home, or?
better good place as any.
Oh, okay. First, we'll stop by the Slayer Stronghold and cash in our winnings on that.
I mean, we don't need everyone there. You can go to the to Renee's house
Fair enough.
and just meet there.
All right. Well, see you in a bit.
Be there.
Okay. Ragnarok, you begin heading towards the Slayer's stronghold. The rest of you begin heading back to Rainier's place.
I'll go
Firm,
with
do you
Ragnarok.
have scroll stuff to do?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Symbol for inspect. What is that?
Oh, Cal gave me 2 scrolls I can pass along to you.
Oh.
This is essentially construct here?
Uh-huh.
And then, Brie, you said
Okay.
that you were going with Ragnarok, right?
Yeah, I'll go to Ragnarok instead. Go with Ragnarok instead of going to Rainier's place.
Sure.
Yeah. No feet.
Okay. Let's take a look at the stronghold. The two of you arrive there. Early in the morning. It's actually kind of fairly busy. You see, there's a lot of people that seem to be kind of like getting ready for their day of trying to take on contracts and doing work, maybe gathering information from here as well. um, Heading in, do you head to the counter? What would you like to do here?
Head to the counter.
Okay, cool. You head up to the counter. One of the staff members greets you. Welcome. What can I do for? Oh, hello. Good to see the 5th season back in town.
Happy to be back. We need to turn in this contract.
You're turning in the, I believe it's titled Turned Undead.
Oh yeah. I didn't call it that, but it's just that undead plaguing small earth.
Okay, cool. They perform the rites of you placing your hand on the contract, asking if you are the one you or your party are the ones responsible for taking care of the contract there. The magic confirms it to be so. You hear a couple people like nearby, see that you're turning in this contract. There's a few like whistles of people impressed by what you've done, knowing that the quest had gotten more difficult than when it had first initially started. And you see this the staff member there turns, goes into a back room, comes back a few minutes later with a chest, fairly medium size. It's about like a 1 foot by 2 foot long chest, and it is filled with 5,000 gold coins.
Oh,
Money.
Thank you. I do have another question. Which of these contracts are west?
East.
Oh, we're going east. Sorry, east.
Which ones in particular?
So actually, do you have any new contracts?
There are some new contracts in here, but they seem to be like kind of below your purview. It's actually why it's kind of busy in here. Is a lot of people are taking like smaller contracts, things that don't pay nearly as well as what it is that you've been doing.
I have the giants destroying areas, the dragon and Mistmire Bog, which is west. A Hydra and a flare snail and an echo cave.
okay.
Oh, well, the snail is still available. No one's been able to complete that. Both obviously the dragon is still standing. We've lost another team to that. Well, they've gone and never come back, so we assume them to be lost. um, the Hydra is still available, as far as we're aware. The Giants has been turned in, however. It seemed members of Lathander's church had taken care of that.
Well, I'm happy for them. So the dragon, or not the dragon, dragon's west. The Hydra or the flare snail, either of them east?
Well, the flail snail very much so. I believe that is in. I need to look at the world map to make sure I say the name correctly. In Echo Cave. I was gonna say Wave Echo Cave, which is a Skyrim cave. It's like one of the first caves you can go into in the game. The snail is still in Echo Cave, as far as we're aware. The Hydra moves about, but I believe it's still in the wilds between here and Karakara. But that could be roughly north, northwest, northeast. Hard to tell.
Well, thanks for the information. I'll head back to Rainier's.
I could drive to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Heading through the city, the two of you, you do pick up on there's some guard presence strolling about, more heavily patrolled than previous times you've been here. And not just guard, like there's mixture of the militia also taking care of this work as well. You do notice that they do have a group of citizens here, Bastion, kind of like pulled aside on up next to a building, and they seem to be subduing one of them as the others are kind of like shouting at the guards. Do you stop to listen, or do you continue onward?
I'll stop.
Okay. What you notice here and pick up on is the person that they're subduing is they're like, it's two guards are on them. They're still aggressive. As they are like beginning to put shackles on their wrists and ankles to subdue them further and keep them that way. The people nearby, they're shouting at the what's happening to their friend, and what the guard is doing. But you also see there's another militia member there that's talking to a few other people nearby, and they're talking about how this person just started attacking them. And the person that's on the ground is like frothing mad. The guards seem to have it all under control, but you do see all of this happening.
I don't know if they should do anything.
What do you think is going on with them?
I don't know.
Foaming at the mouth.
Is there no place to really intervene?
No, I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, I mean, that black ooze disease didn't make people do this, did it? I don't remember. I think it didn't. Too much has happened since then.
Is he actually frothing at the mouth?
It's not not like foaming, but like there is like spittle froth as they're like, they're being like clearly subdued and held down and restrained, but like they're fighting and spitting and cursing.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're the expert here, but he just looks pretty angry to me.
I don't know. I'm an expert, but
Do you want to ask, or should we just go?
yeah, I mean, I'm good to just go, but we can help.
Can we?
No, I said if we can help.
Oh, if we can.
Think they're done with the scrying by now?
Probably. Yeah, let's head back.
Okay, you head on, and the last you see is them lifting the person up, and then they begin taking them to you see the direction they begin taking them is like northward, which is where the central prison of Bastion is held. Okay. The other three, you head back to Rainier's place. Let's see, this time of day. Cool. You get there, and you find that you see Genbert is there, but he is asleep on like a chair, sitting on like the outside front stoop area.
I'll clear my throat loudly as we come up.
You see, he kind of starts in the chair a bit, and across his lap he has like a small, like a small thin club or cudgel
Oh
of
my
some
God.
kind. And like he startles and like kind of raises and like is blinking his eyes, looks around. Oh, well, welcome back. All right. What time is it?
Maybe you take a rest, kid. You're something could have happened to you while you were out here overnight.
Oh, well, that's the whole point of me being out here overnight, to make sure something didn't happen. You've had a lot of visitors. He gestures, and you can see in better detail some things that you noticed just coming up. There's a lot of like candles and tokens set outside the house.
What the hell? I'm assuming I can guess what it is, but like, are any of the tokens like unified in their like iconography?
No, it's all by tokens. It means like somebody just leaving some small thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this is not a religious thing. People are just doing it.
Yeah, this is not a
Yeah.
religious thing. This is
Good.
this is part of being famous adventures in this town, and people like knowing where you live. People are like leaving small gifts, small like prayer things, not as like in a religious nature, but just in
Yeah.
like a thank you and like a that sort of thing, an appreciative kind of gesture.
I'll take some of those and put them into my house on shelves and things.
Yeah, little small tchotchkes, little tokens, little candles.
Any
Uh,
written stuff?
there's some little notes. Some of it is just a lot of it is things that I mean, there are several things of people asking for help, but it's a lot of like um we've like there's people in the city just like, hey, I lost this. This person's injured. This person's missing. We need food. There's a whole bunch of stuff here that what you could look into, but it's the same things they're asking like the city guard. Like it's what they would ask the
Yeah.
city guard for, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really your job to do this, but you could certainly make it your job.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
the
Um,
ci-
more interested in the like well wishes or in the like stories that people relay.
yeah, some of it is people saying like um there people are you get a few that people are talking about like they're scared things are very stressful in the city all over again. Some people are they're talking about how they're scared of the thing in the sky. Other people are leaving little notes just like wishing you all well of like thankfully we have the fifth season here to protect us and watch over us. They give blessings of may this deity watch over you. um
Yeah,
if
those are
you
the ones I'm meticulously gathering up,
cool.
like making sure they don't get lost in the pile.
Yeah, cool.
yeah, nothing. Everything here is set up like how you put up Christmas cards. Um, also, after that is done, I'm gonna portion out 300 platinum and put it in like a little chest or something, and tell Gembert to keep an eye out for those like messages and cards, and for any of them that looks like there's something like that money could do to solve some of the problem, to use that money for doing so.
He looks at the value of coin you've laid down, and he looks up at you again, like, are you sure this is a lot of money?
How much are we paying you again? Because we should probably raise that.
I don't remember, and also I don't remember.
I think Cal's paying his salary.
I know he's well taken care of. I know that for certain.
And then I'll just give him a platinum for handling this for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the
he
Sextuple C payroll.
he nods and pockets the coin and says, "Sure. I mean, it's whatever you need. That's what I'm here for." Oh, besides the well wishers and whatnot, there was a guy who stopped by. Strange fella. Said he was been looking for you, but that he'll stop by later on. So I don't know. I saw him yesterday, but he hasn't come by today. But it's still early.
Well, what did it look like?
I don't know. He had his hood up at that point.
Any feathers?
No, no. I mean, there was like, I don't know. He looked a little Dirty's not the right word. He just looked like he'd been traveling for a while.
Was he kind of thick and redheaded?
No,
Tall, short.
kind of tall.
Me
He's nice,
tall
though.
or Rainier tall?
Oh, I mean, definitely not as tall as you. He was nice. Said he came a long way though. But I mean, you weren't here, so I told him just to check back. I didn't know when you'd be here.
All right, well, I'll turn to everyone else. If we make any plans to be elsewhere, I'll stick around here for today. Hopefully he comes back.
I mean, we could leave a note.
I don't have much that I think I need to be worrying about today. That doesn't involve us leaving town.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do this, and then we can make decisions based off of what I find out. Bibbity bobbity bibbity. I hold my feather. I like at this point it's got more elaborate with the horn, so it's like holding on to the like crystal ball and doing a little like shimmy around in a circle, stooped over in the fucking archmage mask. Bibbity bobbity, bibbity bobbity, boo boo.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Gotta find you, you fucker.
Okay, what's your DC?
18.
18.
And I got a feather.
And you got the feather. God.
He can't succeed. It's just tough.
It's possible. It's just
Look,
real.
I'm sinking my
tough.
biggest gun every day into this.
It's just real tough. Okay. Nope. That's a big failure. Okay. Zooming in as your perception shifts and you see Rue. Rue is okay. You see Rue is he's actually standing, kneeling by a small stream, a little babbling brook. You can hear the sound of his horse nearby. As you move your perception around, you can see that they're just lashed to a tree, feeding on some nearby grasses. They're kneeling down at this brook. They seem to be filling a water skin up. You see their head shift, like they're noticing something, but they're not looking in your direction. You see you see their head nod a few times, and you hear them speaking softly. It sounds like they're just like speaking to themselves almost. All right, well, I don't see how that changes our plans. No, it didn't go well. Probably about a day. I'll see you soon. You see them pour some of the water into their beaked mouth.
Focusing for a second, like to swivel to look at the horse. Does the horse look like it looks like it's been like ridden through the night? Or like hard ridden?
It looks like it's like it shows signs of being ridden hard, but like you don't see like exhaustion on it, the way it's moving and breathing. It's it seems rested at this very moment. You see Rue caps his water skin, slides it in to a pack, and begins moving back to the horse, pats it for a moment, and you see uh, he seems to be gathering something off of a nearby campfire, and you see that he's just made a small camp nearby. He doesn't have like there's no like camp equipment or anything.
Mhm.
You can see that there's just a fire that is basically going out, and he's pulling off some animal that had been roasting on it. Maybe it looks like a squirrel or some small rodent. You see bites into it a few times, tosses the rest into some nearby bushes, and you see he begins getting the horse ready to ride for the day.
Yeah, I'll stay watching him for the full 10 minutes. I know, setting up to leave might take the wholeness of that 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
also keep an eye on the sky, if only to gauge. I can only gauge where he is really relative to where we are, and even then only in like, east and west approximates.
Yeah. As you finish watch, like it's like the last like 30 seconds or so.
Mhm.
He has the horse, he hops on it and begins trotting it out. And you can see in the distance around, there is some sprawling farmland around him.
Okay, so he's got it. He's cleared the forest line essentially, as far as I could tell.
It's definitely not thick forest like the wilds between that you would pass through to get to Finlanora.
Mhm.
It's much more similar to the ones that are just generally close to the farmlands outside Bastion, but without a definitive like marker of some kind. You're not sure the placement precisely.
Yeah, okay. Got it. I will pop out. Part of the routine is like settling in when it finally goes off, popping my eyes open and immediately scribbling down everything I saw in as much detail as I can. Probably takes like another 2 or 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Rise to my feet and hand it to Rainier. Okay, we've got more information. Says about a day out from something. Potentially talking to a superior? Hard to say without hearing the other side of the conversation. It's possible they know that I'm watching. Just a suspicion.
Well done anyway.
I mean,
Still useful.
we've got a lock. If he enters into somewhere where I can't see anymore because it is magically warded against such things, then that will be your domain.
Hmm.
It is, by the way, very strange to see a figure such as him just living, eating, and drinking. You expect the villain to be sort of smirking and cackling and at all times, but
I mean, we may hate him and all, but he was at one time just a kid.
true, it's just surprisingly banal to just watch him go about his routine.
Yeah. Well, besides waiting for a stranger,
Are you going to offer the stranger a job when he gets here? Is that how it works?
yeah, I think it'll sort of just depend on what we think of him. To be fair, I don't think. Well, really, I don't think at any time any of us have offered any one of us a job. I distinctly remember at one time saying that we had a hell of an uphill climb, and anyone who didn't want to join was welcome to back out. But uh, nobody really took me up on that.
That's fair. I guess I offered my services sort of as a part of a bargain, so just wanting to know like what footing we should be on with a stranger coming to visit. Do you have any other outstanding enemies I should know about? Any other irons in the fire?
Personally, now that well,
Let me see. We're starting that. If you have a in there, that means there's something.
yeah, well, I got folks who don't take too kindly to my politic, but as far as them making any decisions about that, that may be something they might not think too wise to do.
Firm, do you have any enemies? Firm's working on the scroll book.
Well, we may as well just wait and see. Folks who like us or do not like us tend to know where we are most of the time anyway.
Right. I suppose as a bolt hole, we can use my house down by the docks sometime. A
Good
hideout,
backup
as it
plan.
were.
Yeah.
It might be inhabited by a local, unfortunate, perhaps. Somebody who needs it more than me. But I think they'll be happy to leave if we're polite and threatening. I can shoot lightning from a horn.
Ember and Ragnarok, you turn the corner on the street to head to Rainier's place, and from the distance you can see what makes out to be Genbert, and he seems to be talking to somebody outside Rainier's place.
I will just walk up and as if I have been part of this conversation the whole time.
Yeah, you as you become close enough to hear, you hear Genbert saying, "Well, okay, I mean they're here, but you know, I don't know. Do you? I feel like you need to make an appointment or something, sir."
Well,
Get back!
I don't need to
Who
make
the
an
fuck are
appointment.
you?
Oh, Ember Prime. It's nice to finally meet you.
No, that's me. Who are you?
Oh,
Oh,
I am.
sorry. You did. Nice to meet you too, whoever you are.
Oh, my name is Durham Lapis. I've been looking for you and your friends. I'm glad I found you.
Is this a fight thing? Shit, guys, I think we got to fight. All right,
I'm-
what did we
I'm
do?
currently upstairs,
Why are
like
you mad at
studying
us?
his roles.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
Zal
me
and
get
I-
my fighting horn.
We definitely just are on the porch immediately.
Apologies, there's been a misunderstanding. And I will lay my staff down on the ground and just sort of put my hands up. My name is Durham Lapis. I am of the Three Sisters tribe, north of Maras. I am here because of the slug.
This is the guy I was telling you about. I was trying to make an appointment or something, but I mean, you're all here now. Hey, Ember,
Hey.
Ragnarok, glad you guys are back.
Hello.
What'd you need to see us for?
Oh, well, and he, with his hands up, he on one of his hands, he puts 3 of his fingers down, so he's just pointing straight up at the sky. Says, "I am here to help with that."
I look at Zal and shrug.
Yeah, see, it just happens like that.
All right, come on up.
What's your whole thing?
I'm sorry.
I love the abrasiveness.
Yeah, what heroic archetype do you embody, do you feel?
Oh,
This is a job interview.
I don't know that I am a hero, but I have, well, in the sake of full disclosure, I was sent out with a war tribe. First to hunt down the slug, and shortly after it exploded, it was to hunt down the 6 of you.
Nope. Told you it was a fight thing.
Well,
Hold on.
once Maras was reopened and we were able to get inside, we learned of the error that we had made. You were not the cause of the problems the slug created, but rather the ones that brought it to an end. I sent the warband home and continued tracking you, but you travel in some unusual ways. But track you nonetheless. I was able to obviously find you here in Bastion, and while the warband has returned home to protect the tribe against whatever is coming, from what I have learned of the 6 of you, it seems you are the best hope against whatever that is. The tribe, in their wisdom, has decided my talents are best offered to you to put an end to that threat, as opposed to staying at home and helping recover from our losses.
And what do you look like?
What you see before you is a pale, almost ashen individual, about 5'6", 150, 160 pounds, thinning hair that is shortly cropped, but also just looks like it's been cut with a knife. It's not. There's no real style to it at all. It's thinning quite a bit. The hair is very pale gray, maybe even pale green. He has matching hair on his, almost like a fuzz on his forearms. He's wearing like buckskin overalls. Has a wood shield, a little buckler. The wooden staff that he laid on the ground just looks like a tree branch that he's picked up from somewhere. And he has a unusual breastplate that looks like it was once the shell of either a very large turtle or perhaps a turtle at some point, that was cut in half horizontally, and he's got one half of it on the front and one half of it on the back.
Sean, so when my parents were in the game, up to the north of like Maras, I imagine they like kind of potentially stayed to like the forest, but had to come out to, raid the roads occasionally. Would I have ever overheard if there was like if there are peoples that live in the plains up there?
There are peoples that live in the wilds to the north. Um, they're fairly secretive in the sense of like to find them you have to venture deep in and be lucky, and it's the bigger chances that they know you're there and you don't know right, that they're watching you or aware of you, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's like, there would be story elements of like, yeah, there are peoples that live in the forest and watch over things there and try to keep the balance of things. As long as you don't do anything to like harm the forest in any great way, then you will be left alone.
One of those things where like it's told to the kids as like a parable, but to the adults it's like, do not fuck with the forest people.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
fuck with the forest people. They're letting us be here. Just everybody be cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It very much in that line. The danger being like more of a lesson to teach the children, but there's no real story of like random people being hurt or attacked
Yeah.
and nothing like that.
Yeah, it's just they are much better in this biome than we are.
Yeah.
And that's all that you really need to know.
The
How-
only other thing I'll add about his appearance is this is an individual that looks like he has been out in the sun for decades. He has very weathered skin, heavy creases to the point of some of them looking almost like cracks. And yeah, that's about it.
How far north are you from?
I am. Well, the tribe occupies the forest regions and the mountains north of Maras. I am from the southernmost clan. We stick to the green. There is a tribe that sticks to the white, and there is a tribe that sticks to the mountain. Sorry, clans that stick to those areas. We are all members of the Three Sisters tribe.
And what do you know of the points the figure straight up, mimicking the motion that you did?
I know that it is up there and it is not natural.
But your people sent you here to us, knowing that we were trying to handle it.
Oh, well, yes. It poses a threat. That is what our best minds and best understanding and appeals to the sisters have told us. In my tracking, we have come to believe that you six are the best chance to effect change against that threat.
You see Gembert kind of shuffle up to the group. He has a tray of cups of various kinds and says, I didn't want to interrupt, but I made tea for everyone. It seemed like you guys weren't going to fight, so I thought this would be nice.
Look, I would be a hypocrite if I said he doesn't get to come along. So I'm going to go inside, and then those with a stronger voting position can decide on whether or not he can join us.
Yeah, I don't think this is a fight thing. Come on. Well, it's not my house.
Come on in.
Thank you.
The stool in the corner is mine.
Very well.
you see the beverages are handed out, and Genbert says, "Firm is still busy looking at some piece of paper."
He looks very intently at the piece of paper, and he does some funny motions with his hands.
Yeah.
So, uh, name again? Vernon?
Durham Lapis.
Durumlapis.
All right, thank you.
That's to me.
You say you know what's above us is unnatural. Have you seen any visions of it? Or do you even happen to know what it is by name?
No, I do not, but I and the tribe elders have prayed to the sisters, and the two that report back have informed us, given them visions, that it is not natural and must be confronted.
Well, we know a little about it, and once we get a little bit more familiar with you, we'll tell you more too. But it's called an atropus. It's a world-eating spirit of death, a faction of a divine.
And is Rue associated with this Atropus? Or is that a different endeavor entirely?
Well, he is, in fact, as far as we can tell, one of the conjurers of it. Uh, it was apparently, as far as we understand, not due to come for perhaps several generations yet to be, and this world has been constructed to fight against it should it arrive. But Rue and his ilk, the children of the Dark Sire, have forced its hand, moved its schedule. As such, we are effectively attempting countermeasures.
Excellent.
Our countermeasures mostly come in the form of swift and sudden violence.
Violence frequently is.
Oh, wait till you see Ragnarok.
Oh, I have heard the stories. I am eager to see you in action, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok grins.
Oh, how was my song doing in Maras?
I was not there very long, but it seems to be on the people's lips.
I like lean over to like kick Rainier's ankle from like a seated position back. Marketing.
Hey, question. Why are you green if your name is Lapis? Lapis is a blue stone. Shouldn't you be like Durham Malachite? Durham.
Well, I am as the sisters have made me.
Oh, who are the sisters exactly?
Okay, but like you have your okay.
Well, Melora, Maliki, and Eldath. The three sisters. If you prefer, you may call me something else.
I think
Nah,
we
nah,
call you
it's
by the
fine.
name you
Yeah.
want to be called, right, Ember Prime?
Yeah, it's your call. I was just asking.
I mean, most
I mean,
people call me Durham.
named after a rock you don't even look like. Don't
Oh,
even
do you actually know our
go for it.
names?
After
Or
a rock.
No, I know much about you, storyteller. I have been following you for quite some time. I imagine you have some teleportation magic at your disposal.
look, at least they didn't disappear on you for a month.
Mm.
Going somewhere is better than going nowhere at all. When I was trying to find them, they flat vanished for a month. Went to some other place.
Well,
Not intentionally.
that sounds like a very interesting story.
It's if I'll say it's actually quite fucking awful. I don't.
Hmm.
Maybe we'll share it with you later.
No need. Your stories are yours. Share the ones that you feel are appropriate.
I'm not sure exactly what the stores have relayed about the exploits of the fifth season here, but to summarize, Ragnarok is Ragnarok and Rainier between the two are the bulk of our sudden and extreme violence.
Oh, I
Very different style.
I know the aggressor and the hero. Hero long before you were a member of the Season of Mud and Fog. Interesting name you've chosen. You are Zal, the storyteller. Quite a power. He who shapes the past shapes the future. Firm over there is the Nourisher. Particular trick to turn abominations into something that not only brings life but enhances it. An Ember Prime touched with the divine spark of creation can make all sorts of things, including life itself sometimes. I have heard many stories. I look forward to hearing them from you all to see if the truth matches the legend.
And
Anybody else get weirded out right now?
No.
Just
yeah, I'm
me?
feeling a
No.
little hot under the collar, if I'll be honest.
Honestly, not even a little. I completely vibe with what this man is putting out. He's a little off on a few of the points, but broader, he's missed the part about the heart and but Nourisher is that's a great one. I think I'm gonna borrow that.
Where is the
Were
charmer?
these
The Charmo picked up a day job.
Hmm.
are these stories of us in sorry, enlightening from the sisters or
Oh,
elsewhere?
no, prior to our search, we in the tribe had no idea of your existence. We lead a nomadic life and stay to ourselves in the trees in the mountains. It wasn't until that slug wiped out a third of my clan that we put the war band together to hunt down whatever was responsible for it. As I said, initially, early on, we thought it was you, but once we were able to gather appropriate evidence, we learned the truth. And there are many people in Maras and in Bastion and along the way that have extraordinary tales sometimes preposterous tales of your exploits. What I have relayed is my best intelligence whittling away the fiction to leave the fact.
Honestly, remarkable job overall. You nearly nailed him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, what is next?
Oh, for those of you that weren't here, I like take out the page, like pass it to Ember, knowing that like Ragnarok can peek over her shoulder for what I saw with the scrying this morning.
Right over my head.
Yep. It's like hand it down to Ember, take a step back, knowing Ragnarok can just peek over.
What is this?
That's what I saw of Rue today.
Okay.
This morning's portents.
Anything absolutely crucial? Reading.
I mean, essentially, he's a day out from something. He will see them soon. And whoever he was talking to is either, I don't believe they'd be a subordinate. Maybe superior? Hard to say.
Okay. We got we got the contract turned in, right? Ragnarok, we got that.
Good.
We can go see what's what, what's up, what's available.
Wait, sorry, asking me?
I'm asking everybody.
Okay.
Do a
I just
little
want it.
do a little restock and then go
oh.
hunt them down, I guess.
You two missed it. Come here. I showed the like wall of the like collage that I've made in the middle of the like decorations me and Rainier did of all of the like well wishes and stuff. There's like one whole collage wall that's just all of the nice things.
What
People.
oh. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, not my first time. What the whole anyway.
What
Yeah.
shrine?
I just meant like veneration and all that. You all saw Morass when I was there.
I mean, this is because of the things you've done.
Yeah. Shopping?
Oh. Real quick, Sean, before we go shopping.
I don't think there's anything left to shop. We shopped it out last time.
I think so.
Did we?
Yeah.
Sean said they were very limited recently.
I didn't
So-
realize we went shopping before we went to the party. Never mind.
Yeah,
I
I
think
forgot about it, but we did because we managed to get
Yeah.
like the one diamond that we paid through the nose for.
Yeah. it
Oh
was
yeah,
like
I knew we
600
did.
for
I knew
300.
we grabbed diamonds. I didn't think we had gone like to the actual Merchants Alliance. Never mind
I think
then.
we checked it, but they just didn't have anything new because everything that, especially all the stuff that's like preserving of life, has been bought up by. Yeah.
Sean, just in case you're speaking, you are muted.
Yes.
I am muted. You guys are answering your own questions, so
Okay.
there's nothing that I need to
Good.
contribute. I'm just sitting here nodding, going, uh-huh.
So do we want to like because we don't really have like a reason to stay, like, do we want to head out and try to zero in on Rue? It'd be kind of like just traveling north and east and trying to smell them out. But
Yeah. I could relay that he has cleared at least part of the forest line to get to farmland. So that
Okay.
narrows it down slightly.
I know
Not
we
a
want to.
ton, but
I'm all for it. However, Firm wants to copy over 2 spells, which might take a second, if possible.
that's fine. That's a legitimate reason to rest. Most of us don't have anything like that that will be useful. So if you need that time, we can take that time.
Well, the one I did want to copy this morning, which is why I was having Firm stay at the house, was the locate objects. I assume while everybody was out, it would be pretty quick.
Okay.
But
Cool.
the telepathic bond is the one that I wanted to see about
Oh,
possibly
right.
copying.
That's the longer
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
That's a
If
great one,
not,
though.
that is fine because I feel like where we're headed, we won't really get separated like that.
Eh,
I don't know. It might actually be a good idea to have it in pocket if what we're doing is just manhunting based off of me knowing exactly the direction to go. Which is kind of wild.
Okay. But that was what I wanted to do. That was one to
But
propose.
that'll be a like a 10-hour wait. Is that right?
I think so. I know 2 is 4, I believe.
Yeah, it's just whatever level it is times 2, but I don't remember what level spell that is.
It is 5th level, so that would be 10, yes.
Okay. If we want to wait, I'm good waiting that 10 hours if we all are. That will just be like a long rest.
I mean, it's morning now, so by the time 10 hours go by, we might as well just head out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you
Yeah.
want to start our journey in the dead of night, but that seems like
Well,
Perhaps
it'll
not.
give a Firm chance to keep his eyes shut for a bit too.
We go out in the middle of the night, Juraskar shows up behind us, invisible.
Invisible. Cool. I like that.
Oh, no.
I
You said
like
it was
that.
like, you said a while back it was a master of camouflage, and I just assumed them invisible.
Yeah, it's the silliest thing that a giant creature is like has like skill in stealth.
I was just thinking, I was just considering, like, if it's invisible, how would you still get disadvantage on it when you can just bump into it and attack?
Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like everyone's agreed to give Firm the time to copy spells. Is that correct?
Yeah. Spend some time asking Durham some questions about how the road was. Nothing too important, just friendly.
Yeah, I think Durham would say, this is my first time in Bastion. If we are going to wait, I think I will wander. Would anyone like to come along?
Zal raises his hand.
Yeah, sure.
Very well. And Durham like strides out of the house like he knows where he's going, and he most certainly does not.
Okay.
I'll give you, like, casual tourism, but if you're just like, we're just all going for a walk, so I let you just kind of walk
It's
where you
just a
want to
Yeah,
walk
walk.
no.
and small talk and whatever
Yeah.
you see and that sort of thing. Yeah.
The fascination is in
chill.
seeing where he decides to go. Just stream of consciousness, like, oh, let's look at that. Oh, let's go over there.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing that I will say definitively about his wandering around is that whenever it's decided that you need to head back, Durham knows the way back to Rainier's house.
Oh,
That's not creepy.
I'll give Zal like the eyebrows of like, oh, that's useful.
What are Ember and Ragnarok doing while Firm is copying spells?
I'll go with them.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'll just stay with Firm, I guess,
Okay. Cool.
just in case anybody
Bored.
breaks into the house. Oh, your house is a wreck when you come back.
What? Why? Oh, just nervous.
Just bored. Like
Fidgety,
everything
yeah.
has been moved around. Like things have been picked up from one place and put down somewhere else.
Immediately upon clocking this, Rainier begins putting things back where they go.
Things being
Also-
taken apart, put back
Your
together.
kitchen is, however, completely spotless.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I also, while we're out, I'd like to get Gembert a short sword. Cause the club makes a lot of sense, but I don't think he's gonna scare anybody with that, and I trust him to hold a sword okay.
Yeah,
I don't think
okay.
you need to go buy him one. We have a fuck ton, if I remember.
Why?
They're in the group loot, if I remember correctly. Unless Ember Prime already broke them down. We have 6 scimitars in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if I did, hi, little insulted. Still here. Could have done that, but no, go buy that somewhere else. Fine. Fine.
If we already had one, I'm just gonna give him one we already own.
Yeah. You find upon offering him like the scimitar,
Oh no.
it seems just very unsteady in his hands. He's not trained in martial weapons in any way.
Yep, and I'm
he
gonna
was-
take him outside and begins practicing with him with the other sword.
Time to play catch with the boy.
Correct. Yes,
Time to
precisely.
throw the old ball around.
Yeah,
Okay.
my dad did this with me. I'm doing it with my kid.
And the cat's in the cradle in the silver.
Lets him go outside and puts Ragnarok as his training partner. It's like Ragnarok, teach him. Ragnarok's like claws.
Oh my God.
Fight.
I'm gonna have Genbert roll a dex saving throw to see how well he does handling a blade he is unfamiliar with.
That's so funny.
I'm also not sharpening any of our weapons for
Yeah.
this.
At one point, he cuts himself quite badly, actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not
Alright,
very
well.
good at this. He was quite literally and is still like a clerk of the city.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't. I like if he's sitting out here and bad people come to the house, which they have done. I'd like him to not completely look like he's just gonna get this shit kicked in.
This is what they invented crossbows for.
Yeah.
It
He
is, but I have this one.
That's fair. We just need to get him a
I got
crossbow.
the
At
one.
least that you can shoot once before.
At the end
Or
of it,
maybe you get your ass beat.
as his as you are bandaging his wound, he he kind of like says to you, he's like, look, I appreciate this and all, and I mean maybe I'll eventually get the hang of it, but I'm pretty okay with this. And he definitely spins that little club around he has, like that looks solid in his hand. I mean, things haven't really been bad. I'm just, making sure that the people that are coming up, aren't doing anything they're not supposed to. I haven't had to use this yet.
Appreciate it. There have just been active evil killing folk who have come to this place before. And I appreciate what you've been doing for us here, but one of the reasons I told you earlier I was nervous to have you around was for precisely that.
He nods and says, look, I mean, all of this is very, very exciting. And the fact that I know when to run when I'm in over my head.
Good.
Okay, Firm. Locate. object.
DC equal to spell's level. That's what I've been
Mhm.
looking for.
It's a DC 12 Arcana check.
I'm gonna be thoroughly disappointed if I don't make that.
Yeah.
We got to get that int up.
Yeah. Easily done. Okay. 4 hours goes by. That puts you at for you that puts you at like roughly 12:30 by the time that is finished.
Mhm.
And then you are doing the 5th level telekinetic the telepathic bond. Okay.
Yes, please.
Telekinetic bond. That would be pretty cool. Okay, that one's much longer. That takes you late into the night. Your only distraction is a small, occasional sips of whatever someone brings you, whatever you, because you can't waste the time conjuring. There's a small snack break between sessions,
Oh,
and then you dig in.
I do want to apologize real quick. In between, like as soon as that one's done, if Ember Prime's staying, he's gonna ask Ember Prime what she thinks the group and herself might want for food real quick, because he's gonna be busy.
What? No, I'll take care of food. You just do what you're doing.
And then he's just gonna well with that he's just gonna put out a random feast of like turkey and things.
Okay. Nice Thanksgiving meal conjured up. Hell yeah. um uh I'll make you an offer just because the idea of turkey, right? There's
Mhm.
the wishbone in turkey. We can make a roll for whether it cracks in your favor.
Okay.
And if it does, you'll get a +1 to your Arcana check for this.
Fascinating.
What is the downside to this? Because that is the scare.
Nothing.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
there's no downside.
There's no
to
bad
it.
luck condition to the
Yeah,
wishbone.
there's not a bad luck.
I love the stakes though, getting really high on a wishbone where it's either good luck or bad luck.
It's fantasy. All of this is real.
To be fair, that sounds very Eastern European mythology. Like that
Yeah.
is how they do a wishbone there. It's like, oh well, if it cracks for you wrong,
Yeah,
curse
you get
for your
Okay.
generations.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to raise the stakes, you can get a +1 or -1 if you want, but I wasn't gonna penalize.
Oh no,
you.
no, no, no. I don't want to offer that. What do you mean?
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna roll a D100 and 51 and higher. You're gonna get the +1.
Okay. It is this one. Oof.
Does not break in your favor.
That is fair. It's a 5th level spell +10, so I need a 15.
You need a
This is all of ours?
15.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is, after 10 hours of strenuous work of figuring this out, you need a DC 15 Arcana check.
Nope. I am using inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will most certainly do it. The spell is copied over, the scrolls are consumed, and you have 2 new spells.
Thank you.
And then don't forget to remove the cost as well.
Yes. That is
Be 100 gold for the locate object, and then
100 gold
250.
is yeah, so that's 35 platinum in total. That's a 0. Nope. What's 1,005 minus 35? 970? 970. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
It is 10:30 in the evening on the 22nd of Flame Rule.
If
Is
I
there anything
assume
you finish your scrolls? Is there anything that you would like to do now that you're done?
No, well, sort of, but not necessarily. It's a he assumes everybody's at the part at the house now, and he is going to start. He's going to like go straight from the scroll if it works, and then start ritually casting it, and then just starts talking to everybody. Dude, it's been like I figured it out, you guys. I can do this now.
What
We
the
no
fuck?
longer have to talk. Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Honestly, this is weird as fuck.
You get used to it. Is that mine? That's strips, and that's strips. So they got nuggies.
Dino Nugs.
Are you making dino nugs for people in game?
I could. That's
Those are
fine.
those are Jurassicar nuggies. Thank you.
Jurassic
Oh,
nuggies. Wow.
Whoa.
These are
The
done.
game has changed.
These are the ones you guys like. Oh. I'm currently cutting up chicken nuggets for the puppies.
Yeah. At first I was like, there's no way he's actually talking to us like that. But I wasn't entirely sure.
No, but that is a good plan. He will then proceed to start making another create food and water and make Jurassic nuggies that
Okay.
stand up. So like the meat is substantial.
That's stand up.
So when you stand them up, like if you're playing with them, they actually do hold their own weight.
Yeah, not two-dimensional.
Danny, what was that, Max?
Some Jurassic meat.
I was saying they're not
cubes.
two-dimensional.
They're real tangible nuggies. Okay.
Real nugs.
Is there anything else anybody wishes to do this evening?
Because Firm was so distracted, he will now firmly, like, correctly introduce himself to Durham. Hello, my name is Firm. I've been busy all day.
Well, I'm well aware. Pleasure to meet you
Just,
officially.
thank you. Nice to meet you as well. There's some Dido Nugs. You guys have a wonderful night. And then he's just gonna walk off to bed, preferably Max's bed, Rainier's bed. He's gonna be like, this one looks comfy.
You see, Gambert seeing all of you, Firm, back up and around and everything. He looks around and says, "All right, well, so you guys are back. I'm actually gonna head to my place for the evening. I'll see you tomorrow morning."
You don't want to stay? I'll make popcorn.
I'll grab something on the way. I haven't been home in like a while, so I gotta actually, check on all that too. Where does everybody stay for the evening?
My couch.
I'll probably go sit out on the front porch.
All right. You all begin settling in to what rest the evening brings you. Durham, this place, even now in its quieter time, it's just so loud.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking around and it's so loud, but something's off. Something seems like wrong. And then you realize what it is that you don't hear insects chirping. Just the dull drone of thousands and thousands of people still milling about. The occasional hoop and holler, the occasional scream, the occasional drunk just walking by, people in love walking by.
Yeah, I am fascinated.
The wind blows off the harbor nearby. And it's telling you a different story than the ones that you're used to. As night falls heavy and the stars shine bright, the shadow in the sky looms overhead. It's close now. It's almost like another moon. And you feel a chill run over you as your eyes stay on it. Then it passes, and your eyes move away. Do you stay here overnight? Do you go to wherever you were staying previous?
I think I will stay here, but I probably will not sleep.
Okay. Do you have anything that helps protect you against exhaustion or anything like that?
I do not. No.
Okay. It'll be a very difficult day without rest for you. The morning, everybody gets a long rest. The morning will come to all of you. Durham, I'll need exhaustion checks from you.
Is that just a con save?
It is. I don't know. Have I? Okay. Hey, 15 will satisfy it, but it's not one check for the day. There'll be multiple hits of this throughout the day. Okay. The morning comes. It is the 23rd of Flame Rule. And the skies are clear. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and throw a scrying out. I'll wait till it's been about the full day, which would still be, I guess, yeah, I would tell everybody to wait till it's like mid-morning or so.
Okay.
Because he said within a day, so I want to give it like a full day so that he's hopefully gotten to where he's going.
Okay. Populate the spell for me.
Yeah. $18. Feather in hand.
Okay. You bibbity bobbity.
Bibbity bobbity,
bibbity
bibbity, bibbity, bibbity bobbity. Boop.
Bibbidi
I'll
bobbidi.
find you, fucker.
Let's say you roughly around like I have it set currently for around like let's say 8:30. How long do you wait before you cast this?
After we wake up, probably an hour-ish after we wake up.
Okay.
We're waking up at like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
okay.
yeah, it's about 9:30ish or so. Okay. Okay, bibbity bobbity. You one hand on the crystal ball, the other hand feather clutched in. Your perception shifts and rushes outward, and you feel it collapse back in on yourself. You open your eyes. You don't see anything. You successfully cast the spell, but you couldn't see him.
Got it. So, do I get a feeling of? I guess I don't have any way of knowing if he succeeded. Did it feel like it even got as far as making contact with him, or did it just
Not
fizzle?
even that
Okay,
far. And the spell didn't fizzle. You
right.
successfully cast it.
But that is itself an answer. I will relay to the group that I think Rue has made it somewhere that cannot be watched or observed.
Can I sense him?
Yeah. From,
Still got a beat on him.
yeah, from your place in the city, the general direction is eastward.
All right, well, we'll start traveling. I'll check each day to make sure he has not left the safe place he's in.
Good idea, Zanny.
Oh, tomorrow I'll try his horse.
That's a good one.
Okay. What would you all like to do?
Head out in the morning. I know it's a lot of time that we would not be traveling still, but we still will have to rest anyway, so.
Yeah, so it's morning now, right?
After the spell casts, it's about quarter to
Yeah.
10.
Oh, okay, then we might as well go today.
Sure. Where you going? What are you doing? How you getting there?
We're gonna need a cart.
I think we have one in Bastion right now. No, we don't. Oh wait, yes we do. Parsnip and barley.
Wherever we left them.
I have them noted as in Bastion.
Look, Genbert handles the clerical stuff for us. He's found him a nice stall.
Yeah, this he's outside sweeping some stuff, and
Dad asked him to mind the horses.
yeah, he tells you, yeah, they're at this stable over here.
Yeah, let's head out. Do we need? I don't think we need anything else, right, guys?
Now we
I
got a
think
food
so.
guy.
That was pretty good.
I mean,
Are
if
you
you bring some
bringing
breakfast, I can do that.
your recent acquaintance?
Yeah.
He's invited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm following them, so
Okay. You
It's like the
gather
group of 6 and then that one dude standing behind just walking closely.
you gather your cart and 2 horses. Who is driving?
Looks at
Uh,
Renier.
yeah.
I'll take Top with you.
Okay. And what gate of the city are you leaving out of?
Can we leave at the East Bastion gate?
Yeah.
Or actually,
Yeah.
this looks like something.
Yeah, there's each one of these are real gates in the city. You can exit and go in and out of any of them.
Yeah, let's go this way.
Okay.
Wait, I apologize. What direction? I thought we were like, I know you said east a lot, but I was sort of confused because originally he was headed towards Maross direction.
He was
Right.
just headed westward, but we have now gone farther west than it looks like he was trying to go. So, according to us, he's east.
Ah, okay.
He's
Correct.
east, and he's managed to make it out of a forest. So he went far enough either west or north to make it to the edge of a forest.
Okay.
Cool.
Durham, do you want to take a spot up here and watch? You're more the outdoor type than
I'd be happy to.
any of us. All right, good luck, Rainier. I'm gonna nap.
That was the new
Okay.
guy at Rainier. You got it.
Gathering the cart and everyone, you head up to one of the northern gates. There's a contingent of guard there. You are recognized. You are allowed to pass through. You see there is a large crowd on the other side of the bridge in the little surrounding town area. And there's a much heavier guard presence out there, seemingly keeping and corralling people from just flooding into this gate. As you pass over the bridge into the small town there, Rainier, you feel the direction of Rue shifting as he is becoming southeast from you.
Oh, so it was like directly east, nearly.
Firm throws up a question. If Rainier says that out loud, that is.
Sure. Yeah.
Could he be underground?
Well, he could, but I'd still know that he were. If that makes sense.
You also know up and down. Okay.
Yeah, well, sort of depending.
I only say just underground because they had like that whole tunnel thing under Maross, which was already built, but I assume they thought that was a good idea.
Right.
So as we
Well-
travel, eventually east will be down, and then you'll know,
Exactly. That's exactly right.
in theory.
If
He's
he's
book
if
smart,
he's
not
underground.
smart.
I mean, he is in a structure, I know that. If magic is keeping me from looking at him, it's probably some kind of warden of some kind. I don't know.
I think as easily as it may be possible, I will try to like primarily take roads, but if we need to, maybe pass over some unpaved area to try to like zone in.
Yeah, sure. Again, heading into the let's say you're I'll move you guys' token. So you're here presently, right? And you can sense his direction in a southeastern, from where you kind of currently are. Not heavy south, but southeastern. There are roads on the map. What do you do?
I think I'm gonna take this road here then, and probably take it all the way to this intersection, and then head out east, depending on where again the signal takes me.
Okay, cool.
There's
Moving
no
through.
shot.
Moving through the city and the roads here, you can see these little like subsidiary towns outside of Bastion. They're normally like pretty quiet. They're not quite as busy as the main city. There's a lot of refugees out here. Like, and this is not like there's tents, but it's not like the tent city. Like this is we don't know what to do with this many people now all of a sudden, and there was already a logistical issue. This is like people are just wherever. at this point. A lot of people milling about, people that are like look dirty and destitute as your carts pass by. I mean, hands are reaching up, hoping for coin or food.
I'll toss a few coins out as I'm going.
Yeah, you see people like scatter towards them very quickly. There's a fight that breaks out. Short-lived.
I just throw more money out then. I have more money than I know what to fucking do with.
Yeah, more people begin running and reaching. There's shouts and whatnot. You're tossing money to these people, and like, it is a good thing. But there are a lot of people that want this money, and it's it's starting to like create a problem here.
Yeah, I'll start doing like big boy voice and tell people they need to let us through still, and I'll just keep like handing pieces out as conveniently as possible.
Yeah. The crowd begins to slowly kind of disperse away from the front of you, but like there's just more hands and more people and more faces, and more people pleading and begging and hoping for something.
I'm ready for this. Remember, Prime, do it.
Oh no, that's just me supporting Rainier's trying to speak to everybody. Make my voice 3 times as loud and just repeat whatever Rainier is saying.
Okay. From the thaumaturgy, there's a definite calmness from it's mostly fear of a suddenly loud voice booming ahead, and you see they begin to disperse from one another and make way. As you continue onward, passing through, leaving the crowds behind, you have the same direction of it feeling. It's east, southeast, still kind of in the same. Continuing onward becomes a little bit more towards the south. As you head into this smaller village here, it becomes west.
What?
Comes west. Okay. Well. Hey folks, I got a weird one. And I'll turn the cart back towards the city.
Okay. Bringing the cart back towards the city. Here on the other side of the bridge, as you're making your way, again, a very large crowd of people hoping to try to get into the city. They're all queued up, holding their belongings. Your cart comes by, a similar kind of event. People like reaching up, hoping for you to provide coin or food or something. There's not as many here, so it's a little more calm on this side of the bridge. But you are being held up at the moment, as there's just a very large line of people.
How many is many?
Several hundred.
Never mind. If it was like 15, I was gonna make food, but that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people.
You know what? I'll start quietly spreading the word that I'm handing out platinum pieces to anyone who lets us move through. And I'll do that.
Okay. You won't need to make like persuasion checks because that's just like a lot of money for these people. You see all the nearby people rush forward. A crowd begins to develop around the cart, but as they get their coin from you, they are moving aside. You're able to move a little bit ahead, and soon the crowd itself is kind of moving like away from the wall and circling back towards you. It will eventually clear a path, but this is now a lot of people heading your direction after they have heard this and then seen people like holding coin in their hand. this is a double-edged sword for you. You are
Yeah.
clearing a path, but you are also causing a larger obstacle in front of you.
Yeah, it's probably still better than waiting in line. So
Okay. You're up front, and Durham's up front, not Zal.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
my my passenger princess left me.
Look, I didn't know
Um,
you were gonna do this whole thing.
I am also letting you through. And Durham holds his hand out.
Mhm.
I'll smirk and I'll give you a platinum piece. Spend my money on shit.
Yeah, I mean, great smiles on these people's faces when they get the coin. I mean, like, this is like, you see like hope kindle in their eyes as you've given them the opportunity to purchase food or things they might need to get here. Incredible.
I will also use thaumaturgy to shout out that if they need help once they're in town to go see the Quintuple C.
You see a lot of people are like, you see like nodding and them waving to you. You hear people, shouting like, was that the Quintuple C? Something about C's? People are writing it down. Okay. Anybody who would like to, aside from Rainier and Durham, can make perception checks because you all are busy.
Oh my god, Ted.
Okay. Forn's Discord has crashed. We'll get his roll in just a moment. There it is. Okay. Okay. Ragnarok. You're watching all of this unfold as you're making progress through. A question before I go on: how much money are you gonna give out to this crowd of people? Because again, there are like hundreds of them. So
Total 840 because that's a bunch of my loose change.
okay, there's not 840 people here. So do you want to give that much, or
A lot of it was in platinum. So
was in platinum? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that is a massive amount of money here.
yeah, I still have 1,000 platinum, so I don't feel bad.
No, it's just that's incredible work of charity going on here. Absolutely amazing. Okay, Ragnarok, you see through the shouts of desire, the shouts of happiness from this crowd. You see groups of people that up at the front, they're just moving, they haven't come back towards the cart. They are just going into the city, right? They were kind of deemed themselves to be too far away, closer to go in than to waste time turning around. In that group of people, you see a figure that has the same dark cloak, the same body shape as Rue from behind.
I'll scream out to stop the car. Cart.
Yeah, they're several hundred feet away from you.
I'll stop, but I'll look around to see if I sense the arrow pointing me in that direction.
Yeah, still heading west. Still heading west.
Still heading towards Diane Weast.
Yep.
I see something. It looks like Woo.
He's over this way,
and I'll point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Someone's dressing up as him, and that's also a problem.
Want to run after him?
I thought you'd never ask.
Get him,
Yeah,
Tiger.
and we'll run through the crowd towards the cloak.
Okay. Fastest way. The crowd is a problem.
Yeah.
Right. Fastest way.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Glad you didn't lose it.
It's still loading on the computer. Real quick,
Okay.
I just want to add, if Ragnarok wants to, Firm can make him fly instead. You don't have to run. You can just run,
Perfect.
fly by and grab him.
Yeah,
Make,
okay.
make me fly, and Ragnarok can climb on buildings. Make Ragnarok.
Whoever wants to fly.
No, make Ragnarok fly.
Okay. So
Yeah, well,
Ragnarok's getting the fly.
Whoever wants it. I don't know how they're working that out.
No, give it to Ragnarok. Ragnarok
yeah, I'll
took
take it.
off.
Okay.
I see crap.
Okay, Ragnarok, given the gift of flight, what do you do?
Speed my way towards that guy.
Okay. Soaring above the crowd, now there's a lot of like oohs and ahs as people see you take to the sky. Rushing over them, entering into, takes a few moments, but you get to the crowd that's closer to the gate. They're about 50 feet or so from like entering in. And you can see that same individual that you had seen before, that the darkened cloak, the tall, like the tall, muscular figure that he cuts.
I'm gonna tackle him.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Make me an athletics check. Okay.
Hey.
You slam into this person, driving them down to the ground. Your arms wrapped around them. And as you look down, your arms are within this body. Like they're in the form. And what you're feeling against you is cold and kind of wet. And on one of your hands, you can feel, is that an exposed rib bone?
I will take my hands out and put one on the neck to kind of pin them down and lift up the hood.
You put your hand on the neck, and again, you see your hand like go through the neck, and you're holding on to something thinner. And you reach for the hood, and your hand passes right through and just grips skin and skull. You can this close with your heightened senses. There's a smell of rot and decay. You can hear
Nice.
Rue underneath you.
Is it a zombie?
Make a intelligence check or perception check.
Intelligence check.
With that intelligence check, you determine for sure this is an illusion, and very much so what you feel and smell and the sounds it's making, it's some kind of undead, likely some kind of zombie.
Yeah. Dang. I guess I'll take it out.
Okay, I won't have you roll. You can do plenty of damage to tear this zombie apart. You see there's like ichor and blood that splashes around the ground, but the form of Rue is there beneath you.
Yeah, I'll just. Sorry, go ahead.
Make another perception check. Okay. You hear a whistle coming from further ahead that catches your attention. And you see another figure further in by the gate. Their head turned towards you, a dark cowl, and you catch eyes with Rue. You hear him whistle at you, and then you see him turn a corner.
I'll just fly up real quick and say, "I need you," and then fly towards that thing.
Okay. You've shouted back to the group?
Yeah.
Okay. You all saw Ragnarok land, do something, and then heard him shouting to you all. And then you see him fly forward towards the gate.
Back towards us?
No, he's flying away from you.
How far away?
Where he presently is, approximately like 350 feet.
Okay.
350.
Durham.
I'm gonna take off running.
Yeah. Durham's
Right
gonna cast Shillelagh and then wild shape into an owl and fly off and after Ragnarok.
Okay.
Does Rainier feel Rue?
Well, that's a question for Rainier, because you would not know that.
Yeah, like do I still have a sense?
You still have the same exact sense. He's in a western direction from you.
I shout back and I sound deeply confused. He's this way.
As you point, it's the same direction that Ragnarok had flown and is now currently moving towards.
Oh, okay. I think I got
It's up
turned
to
around
you.
direction wise. In that case, yeah, we're headed that way.
It depends on how you play.
Okay. The crowd is an issue for the cart and people on foot. You'd be moving at half speed to try to get through this difficult terrain. I know Durham is turned into an owl. What's your fly speed as an owl?
I don't know. Let me call that up. Hold on a second. I think it's 90 feet.
Okay.
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. You begin flying up and over. Is anyone else doing anything special or anything extra beyond just moving?
I cast Death Ward on myself.
Okay, you cast Death Ward on yourself.
I'll look at Rainier and say, point me where?
If I were to use the Mountaineer's crossbow, would I have some anchor point that I would be able to get us in the direction?
Ooh, is there
Since that carries more people than Dimension Door does.
Yeah. Is there a range anywhere listed on it?
I think its range is
With no ammunition loaded in the crossbow, you can use an action to fire the grappling hook at a surface within 60 feet. Okay, that's not going to be far enough then.
Yeah.
But I can dimension
That's a
door.
very good idea, though. That's a very good idea.
I could dimension door, and you could zip to the top of the wall. Because I can put us at the base of the wall.
Yeah, the gate itself is about like 400 feet, and where Ragnarok tackled and where like the body of Rue is about 350 feet.
Okay. Yeah, let's dimension door.
Okay, I can get 300 feet, so I'll put 300 feet angled to get as close to the wall. We're still going to be a little ways out, and I'll have to do it from standing up on top of the cart so I could see a place where no people are. It means it'll probably have to be off to the side slightly.
Sure. Okay, you want to go 350 feet in before the gate.
I can only go 300.
Mm-hmm.
Dimension door? Dimension door
that's-
should be 500 feet.
I thought it was 4.
Pretty sure it's 500, right?
I thought it was.
Never mind. It is 500 feet.
okay.
Yeah, it's 500 feet.
I was wondering what sort of weird thing you had stunting
so
your
as-
range.
As close as possible to the gate as I can get.
Yeah, I mean, you can like 500 because you can also envision the place, right? You like you're not restricted by sight. So sight wise, I mean, you could see the gate and the portcullis open. You can be under the portcullis. You can shoot yourself past the portcullis. You can envision yourself anywhere on the other side of the gate as well.
I don't know which. Yeah, at the moment, I don't know which direction Ragnarok is indicating. So yeah, I'll just put us inside the gate.
Okay.
So we
cool.
have sight lines to the left and right.
Sure. Okay, that's gonna be. You said you and Rainier.
Yes.
Okay, you and Rainier. Ragnarok, you are flying from your location as you like come under the gate. The two of them apparate suddenly. Durham, you are flying. You're going to be a little behind. And Ember and Firm are just running. Is that correct?
Do I see Ragnarok
Yeah.
land safely?
Well, he's still flying. This is like happening currently, so you can either wait to see if he lands, or you're seeing like he begins flying. Durham's turned into an owl that's moving. Your friends have dimension doored away.
Well, if he's safe and like, is he close enough to the ground? Is what I'm looking at with the flight.
Currently, no, right? Because his description is I fly after him, right? I take after him. I mean, he's not like 1,000 feet in the air, right? So, like, what you choose to do is what you choose to do.
I wanted to polymorph into a giant eagle. Oh, wait, there. Did I finally come back? There it is. Okay. I wanted to do a polymorph into a giant bird. I guess it's the equal in this. And pick up Ember Prime and fly after him.
Fly after him. Okay. Ragnarok, how high off the ground did you begin flying?
I think because the point of me flying up was just to get over the heads of the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say just like 10, no more than 20.
Yeah, it's keeping it pretty low to the ground. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Okay, as you come through the gate, your flight is removed. You are gonna fall a very small amount. You take 2 bludgeoning damage and then can swiftly get back to your feet. Firm, you have become a giant eagle. I don't think I have giant eagle.
Oh, you did hear me. Okay.
On here. Yeah. You're a giant eagle. You have scooped up Ember Prime. You see the crowd of people is screaming in terror as a gigantic bird suddenly appears in the shadows over them and reaches into the crowd to grab somebody up. And there's some cheers that mix in as you are pulling and soaring away with someone, as it is a marvelous thing to witness.
I bet it would be easy to drive the cart through now.
What's the speed on the giant eagle?
I double check.
I want to say 60 because I vaguely remember being one in Saltmarsh.
Yeah, I know they're
That giant
pretty.
eagle is 80 feet.
I was
Okay.
off.
80 feet. Okay.
It's better.
This is
Okay, cool.
for reference. Oh, here's the one that I found. I assume this was the correct one. Oh, it's gonna take a minute. There it goes.
Yeah, I just don't have a
Yeah,
giant
that's the right
eagle
one.
in this game yet. Cool. Okay. You have just passed Durham the Owl as you're soaring over top of everyone in the bridge. Ragnarok and Rainier and Zal have just made it essentially to like the right on the other side of the gate. Rainier, you feel the direction as you come here. The direction of Rue on this map is in a like a northwesternly direction. It is like here.
Okay.
The three of you, Rainier, Ragnarok, and Zal, make perception checks. Okay.
There it goes. Finally.
As soon as we land in this spot, I am shouting out to the guards, terrorist on the run, and I'm just running in the direction I can sense him.
Okay. You begin moving that direction. The three of you will all move pretty much together as far as I'm concerned. Okay. You don't see him, but you do feel like you have him tracked for your ability, right?
Yeah.
The three of you begin moving after. The giant eagle and Ember, you can probably fit through the gate, or you can go over it. What would you like to do?
So I'm going over because I get a better vantage point. Unless Ember
Okay.
Prime is not with that.
I'm along for the ride.
Oh yeah, going over feels like a lot easier solution than potentially fitting through.
Okay, you begin moving over. Durham, you see this giant bird coming in. Are you following the bird? Are you taking a different path?
I'll follow the giant eagle.
Okay, following just slightly behind the giant eagle. The three on the ground, moving, following Rainier's sense of where this target is. You begin moving through alleyways, like hard cuts in buildings, a left, then a right, and then a left. And as you move, you feel the direction that he is ahead of you. You can feel it like moving in a like downward, and I mean south, not in south of you, but south of your like it is below is your sensation.
Okay. I'll just damn. Yeah, he's underground.
Double check something. Double check this.
What do we do about that then?
Where is it?
Are there storm drains in Bastion?
There is a very old, extensive sewer system that runs beneath the city.
Well, for one, we can keep going till we find a manhole. But I can still, we still have him underfoot.
Hmm.
Is the underneath me? He's moving, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like-
You're close enough that you're sensing small variations in it, but it's very, very much underneath you.
Okay, and he's definitely like sprinting.
I mean, you don't like. You would assume you don't know that your ability doesn't give you that information.
Yeah, more along the lines of if I'm moving as I am above ground and he's abruptly making directional changes to me as well, my intuition being that like he's moving fast.
That would be a good insight into it. I mean, you're close enough that all checks out, right? And
Right.
he you know he is very quick when he needs to be.
Okay.
You look up as a shadow passes over by, and you see a giant eagle holding Ember Prime, and a owl floating next to them.
He's underground. I'll just call out as loud as I can.
I don't think I have a transform for that.
Do you know how to get down there? I can't really break us through the ground.
Exterior entrances or something that'll tunnel. I'll look around for way into the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and make your choice. You can do a perception check if you would like. I would also allow a survival check.
Okay.
Or investigation. Okay. It does take a little while. You're not well versed on the sewer systems here, nor in like every section of the town, right? You can live in a place and not know it. So this does, with the 17 you're gonna find it, but this takes about 10 minutes of like searching for a drain, searching for a sewer entrance. You can sense the direction that Rue is moving, and again, based on like your correlation of how close you were, he's definitely gotten further away from you, but I mean he's in the city, right? Like he's in the zone right now. But you find an entrance to the sewer, where like the actual like manhole cover is already opened and like just flipped over onto the street nearby.
I'll say I can't promise he's still down there, but it's still worth a look, I think.
Give it a try.
The ground, yeah! I jumped down.
Okay, giant eagle lands.
Yeah, I'm not coming out of this giant eagle. If we can get underground, if I can fit, I'm flying.
You can't fit.
Damn.
That's a giant eagle. You are so big. The owl can fit if the owl would like to be an owl.
Yeah, no, I'm staying an owl.
Okay, yeah, you most certainly can fit it.
Is there an owl I can be?
Yeah, an owl's a beast.
I'm double checking. Ooh, there is. It's a huge beast, giant swan. Everything's giant. I don't want a giant.
Yeah, giant won't get you in.
You'd have to recast polymorph if you're gonna change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to drop it and then recast it if you would like to. Yeah, just normal CR0 owl, is a tiny beast.
Oh, nice. Do they have dark vision?
They do have dark vision.
Neato. I'm just gonna come out of the thing right now and just let the other owl do that.
Okay, so you drop your polymorph and are firm. The owl remains owl. You have the opening to the sewer beneath you. Ember Prime has just jumped in, correct?
Yeah, we'll follow.
Okay. Yep. There is a ladder that Ember has decided not to make use of. Ember Prime.
Sorry, I was hiccuping, so I muted myself. I when I say jump in, I did not mean that literally. I don't know how far that fall is.
Oh, God. You were
Not
about
cannonball into the sewers. You
you
sure?
were about to find out. Oh man. Okay. There is a ladder you can make use of to get down. You all head down into the sewers.
Can I, now that I'm down here and don't know for certain, but I mean, the manhole cover was moved before we got to it, so it's safe to assume this is where our quarry went underground. Can I make an attempt to try and track it? See anything?
You sure can. As the it's you wild shaped into owl, right? Yeah, cool. So it's you can use your survival. Is that how that works?
I'm definitely using my survival.
Okay, all right. It's been a while, and
Yeah.
druids are weird, right? Wild
Yes,
shape
they
is
are.
weird. Yeah. Yeah, you certainly can. You have the dark vision. You currently find yourselves you currently find yourselves.
I will also summon a ball of light. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you only have the light from the street above coming down into a tight cone around you. You find
And my
yourselves
glowing lantern.
and your subtly glowing lantern casting 10 foot of dim light eternally.
Oh, and me. Bonus action. Ba-da-da.
Okay, all right. Cox crossbow.
Ow.
Okay. Light illuminating the darkened space.
Super bright, but 10/10 is better than nothing.
Yeah. Okay. With the light, Adam, you're not penalized for doing a perception check in the dark here. Sorry, the survival check and whatnot. Cool. So the 24, which is incredible. It would be a difficult task to do this. You are standing on a small stonework platform that seems to be just for whoever comes down here to like as the landing space before there are thin walkways on either side of like a central channel of water that is not the greatest looking and there's let's say debris in this water as it flows further down this hallway, this tunnel that you were in. It is roughly about like an 8-foot tunnel. It's not super tall. And it's about 10 foot wide. The pathways on either side of the channel are about like maybe 2.5 feet or so. Also not wide, as they're just here for maintenance, not for travel. And the main body of water taking up the majority of the central area. It would be extremely difficult to track a lot of things in here as it is wet and smelly, overwhelming most senses you would use. With the 24, how is it as an owl, Durham, that you find the small clues that give you a path?
I think it's a combination of initially picking out sounds that I know are footsteps or running creatures, and sort of a general direction that they might be coming from, and knowing how things just reverberate off of barriers. Although I certainly haven't been in a sewer before. But once I've got a general direction and I can focus more closely on it, I know the difference between water that's been just standing undisturbed and water that someone has freshly walked over.
And although this water's moving, making it even more difficult, the combination of all these small bits that your large
He makes it humpy.
Your large owl eyes see and pierce through, designed over the eons to catch minute movement in the dark. You begin to piece together that there is a ripple far in the water that's still propagating. The footstep, long lost, but the propagation is still bouncing, almost at its end. You can see a few wet footsteps that had been placed on the walkway nearby. And you do indeed hear, deep somewhere in the sewers, there is a screeching of metal noise as something is moved that does not like to move often. And you have a path down this corridor before it begins to split. You see, as you move forward, the owl kind of flapping and moving. Okay. As you move forward, roughly about from where you are, about 45, 50 feet in front of you, you can see the first junction in this sewer. But your quarry came further down, ahead, straight, not nearby. But the first thing you see is on the right-hand side of you. You see there is metallic gates, iron bars, chains wrapped around, locked. But you can see through them, and they lead to a small incline. Yes, a small incline where you see some water coming down, meeting this channel, and another set of iron bars and gates about 15 feet from there, leading to, with your vision, a larger darkened chamber of some kind, but due to the angle of the tunnels, you can't make out all the detail of it. And you have the tunnel going further down and ahead of you.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a target and we're chasing after it. So I'm not real concerned with what's going on to the left or right. It sounds like he's going straight. I'm gonna head straight. I will at some point probably fly in a circle just to make sure people are following me, just to be able to look back, and or maybe just duck my head under a wing to look back and make sure people are following me. And if they are, I'll keep going forward, and if not, I'll circle back and make a decision as to what to do then.
Okay. Rainier, your track of where he is currently, from where you are standing, down the hallway is east, right? So you're facing east, having come down here.
Okay.
Where he is from you, as you kind of like shift and turn and focus in on that sensation you have, you get that's east. Heavily southeast.
Okay. So eastward would be like the going down this tunnel eastward would be the closest direction, like the closest approximation of that direction I could go.
You could follow the tunnel eastward, though you do not see its end, even with all your lights, and even the owl doesn't see the full end of it.
Yeah.
But cutting through this gate goes like south, cardinally south, right?
Gotcha.
So
okay.
you could go south, but you don't know. Like, I mean, you don't know what's in either direction, really, right? But once you get to that gate, you can see like it does go kind of upwards to a larger chamber that you can't make out the full detail of, or you can continue following the tunnel east.
Okay. Unless there's some variant down the corridor, I think it might be best we head towards the gate. It's got more space. He maybe's gone somewhere that way.
We should probably be mindful of the fact that we might be walking into a trap. Again.
Definitely a trap.
Traps all around.
Well, I mean, he thinks that he's fooled us. But yeah, we should be prepared that he's going somewhere where there's more of him. Anyone strongly for the tunnel, the corridor?
Not if that's not the direction she's at.
Can I fly through the bars?
Ooh, an owl. These bars.
Owls are flexible little fucks.
Yeah, I've
And
never
mostly food.
seen or heard an owl try to shove its way through bars. But that's mainly I'm just thinking of like how close are these bars together, right? And it says tiny, but you know, an owl is not necessarily super tiny. With a squeeze, yeah. It's a DC 5 athletics, right? Super easy.
Don't look up owls without feathers.
Yeah, I know they're. yeah. I know.
Yeah,
I know
I
they're. I
wanted
know
to
they're
know
small.
what that boy would look like getting through there. The feathers.
Yeah. You can shove your way through those bars. A couple feathers are pulled out in the process, but you are in between. So through the first gate, it's about a 15-foot to the next set of gates. And there's a small, I mean, I know you're not walking, but there's a small like stairway and incline. And then you see a set of gates, and it leads to a larger chamber beyond.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get through that second set of gates. I want to get eyes on this fool as quickly as I can.
Okay. It's another check, which I'm sure you'll do great at. Okay. All right. You enter into the next chamber. This is a very large room. It's roughly like 25 by about 60 or so. Your vision allows you to certainly see all of it. There's many like stonework platforms and a lot of very smaller channels cut between all of the stonework in here. There's some pipes that kind of randomly come up from some locations and dip back down. You also see that there's some like wooden boards placed over some of the larger channels in here, showing obvious signs that like some people or someone moves about this place. You can see the tunnel will leave this room and go further east. There's also another chamber to the left, another kind of incline, and it seems to be some kind of larger pool, which would be in the left or western direction. Sorry, the left or western direction.
Yeah, at this point, I think continuing the pursuit and leaving the rest of my brand new friends locked behind gates would be a poor decision, so I will fly back and meet them.
Okay. You head back. I have found the owls. Okay.
Well, Ragnarok, do you want to give it to the old Ragnarok lockpick?
Yeah, I'll try.
Let
Bunch
me
of-
I'll
bring
bardic
you.
inspiration you.
Ooh.
You guys are here. There are two. There are two owls. I'm gonna name one Durham owl and the other Firm owl.
What? I haven't done that yet. I'm for it, but I haven't done it yet.
Oh, I thought you said you
Firm-
did turn
Is Firm
into an
still
owl.
a giant eagle?
No,
No,
he
because he
wouldn't let me
wouldn't be able to
keep
fit. Yeah. Okay, so you're not an owl.
No, not yet.
Cool.
Considering we don't know what's all down here and what kind of thing we might face.
Sure thing. Adam, you should have controlled the little owl token.
Yeah, let's find out.
I'm giving it vision.
Oh, nice.
Let me see.
No, I haven't touched it at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe are we in turn order?
No.
I can see it, by the way. I don't
Okay.
know if it was the right one. I have vision.
No, I mean I
main
see
box.
it. I can't move it. That's all right.
Hold on just a second. Let me make sure it has all of this on it. Your permission is owner.
I also can't move my foot.
Oh, hold on. I think okay. You should be able to move it now.
No, somebody else was moving it, but I can't
did.
move it. So it looks like Dawson has control of it, but I don't have control. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe this is the problem. There we go. I got it.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, the little group tracker I had was set for combat movement, which meant you guys could not freely move. Okay, cool. And you should have its dark vision when you click on the token.
Okay. And did I fly through the gate here?
Yeah, sorry. Because this is like I couldn't figure out how to make see-through doors on this map. Let me unclick you. Yeah, so you and you should still see like where the owl has been.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. It sounded like Ragnarok was trying to pick this lock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see it.
That's something we call it. What
That's
did
part of
bounce off of?
inspiration.
Ooh.
A 20? Okay, a 20 will get you there. It's an iron gate with like iron bars, right? Two doors, and then like a chain wrapped between a large padlock. How do you get through the door?
I just grab the padlock and pull.
Okay, sick. Cool. Easily just yanks open. Chain is pulled out. The doors swing heavily open. And you can see what lies beyond. This iron gate is still. I have it open for you to see through it, but it is also locked.
Another bardic inspiration. We swap masks. All right, now put your back into it.
Yeah, I
That
think
would
I'll
do it
that.
as well. Stepping in, you see this large chamber within. Yeah, your light is on. Okay. These stonework platforms, and you see the water moving ringed around it, and then these small little channels put within here. You see that there is definitely faster movement coming from this direction, as the water is moving towards the east. And Rainier, your quarry is still in a southeastern direction from you.
So this way.
Yeah, that'd be the best approximation of like what direction that they're in currently.
Cool.
Up that. Never mind. Going back.
Okay,
Don't
right
leave
around,
me.
you can see there's further tunnels and beyond as the water is moving and channeling in that direction.
There's a
Did
door.
Rainier point out where it's going?
I'm assuming this is. It's still southeast, so I'm going south and east.
Correct.
Okay.
And here you come across
Phew.
an actual metallic door to the south that is like closed and locked. There's also a metallic door that is closed up top here as well.
Okay. Is it another padlock or is it a door lock?
It looks like a door lock. It's like a metallic door, and there's no padlock on it. It seems to be like built into the door itself. Boy, that owl is so tiny. I don't actually even know where the owl is right now.
Right up here.
It's
Oh.
okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He blends in.
I need to
Rainier, you said that
show
door's
on
the way,
token
right?
bar. Okay, that way I can find you when I need to.
I think Rainier kind of gives like a wavy, shaky hand and then a thumbs up.
Sure, let's use resources. That's a great idea. I cast knock.
Yes, knock. Okay, incredible. A
If
loud
you can hear that, that'll scare the shit out of her.
Yeah, a loud reverberation echoes through these tunnels, carrying quite easily through. You can hear a small reverberation of it bouncing, coming back in your direction. Rainier, you sense the movement, like you're focusing on this whole time, right? So you sense the movement stop for a moment, and then begin moving. It's pretty swiftly, like moving almost south underneath you. Not like physically underneath you, but like in the southward direction from where you are.
Right.
Okay, this door is opened. Durham, what is your passive perception? Is it yours or the owl's? And
It's
then
mine.
what is it? Okay.
It's mine, and it's 24.
24. Okay.
Ho, ho, ho.
Very good. You notice there are bubbles in the water here that are beginning to focus around like where Rainier and Ragnarok are.
Yeah, I'll go just start splashing in the water right there to draw attention to it.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Can you make a strength saving throw?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, wow.
Okay. You are splashing around in the water, and all of you like see this owl suddenly splashing in the water, and you realize kind of why they're maybe doing it, as a kind of pseudopod-like tentacle pulls itself out, grabs the owl, and then yanks it down under the water with a splash.
Mm-hmm.
Does this trigger initiative?
I do want to. I just want to know what everybody does, like their reaction is, but like it will trigger an initiative. The owl has been ripped under the water in the immediate.
I'll start
Right after
rolling my
the
new
owl.
character.
Comes in with it, gets snagged as an owl. That's very tragic. I'm sorry.
Look, he'll get better.
He will get better.
After the owl
Okay.
gets worse.
Okay. Let me roll the damage to the owl because I will forget if I don't do it now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm Durham.
How much HP does the owl have?
2 hit points.
Okay, that's unfortunately not quite enough.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 7 bludgeoning damage.
That's 7 total.
7 total.
Okay, so 5 will roll over to Durham.
Mm-hmm. I will roll over
It's
to
not
you.
as bad.
Let's actually roll another strength saving throw because you're much larger than you were just currently, and if this tentacle can hold on to you. A 13? Okay, it manages to readjust to the surprising large size suddenly. And Durham, you realize that as you were being pulled down, this room, the water is much deeper in. And we will find out what happens in these sewers next session.
Yeah. This is the
Which
best place to do
is
this
that
too.